Ever feel like you don't belong, like you're just faking it and someone's about to find out? That creeping doubt has a name, imposter syndrome, and it affects even the most successful people. But here's the truth. You're not a fraud, you're just human. In this video, we'll break down what imposter syndrome really is, why it shows up, and how to silence it for good. You'll learn practical tools to build real confidence and own your achievements without waiting for permission. If you're ready to stop second-guessing yourself and start showing up with certainty, this is where it starts. Today, we will talk about overcoming imposter syndrome. Build confidence now. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Understanding imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is a pattern of thinking where you feel your success is due to luck or timing rather than your own effort. You might dismiss compliments, believe you fooled others, or wait for the moment you'll be found out. It affects professionals, students, entrepreneurs, parents, and leaders. It doesn't matter how much you achieve, doubt still creeps in. This syndrome is not about arrogance. It's about fear. Fear of not being enough. That fear fuels anxiety and makes you work harder to prove yourself. But working harder doesn't silence the voice. It often makes it louder. Why it happens? Imposter syndrome grows from comparison, perfectionism, and low self-worth. When you compare behind the scenes to others' highlight reel, you feel lacking. When you demand perfection, every mistake feels like failure. Over time, you internalize these beliefs, forgetting all the value you've built so far. Childhood messages can also contribute. When young, you may have been told grades or achievements define your worth. That belief lingers. You hide your struggles because vulnerability meant punishment or judgment. That reaction became the voice that says, "Don't let them see you." The cost of staying stuck. Living with imposter syndrome drains energy. You over-prepare to avoid mistakes. You push yourself beyond healthy limits. You avoid new opportunities for fear of failing. That constant self-doubt prevents growth, joy, and rest. That pressure chips away at your well-being and holds you back from your full potential. But it doesn't have to be that way. You have already earned your place. Your skills are real, and your voice matters. Catching the inner critic. Awareness is the first step. Pay attention to the voice in your head when it says, "I'm not good enough," or "I don't belong." Notice how it reacts when you receive praise or reach a milestone. These thoughts are your internal critic, and only by recognizing them can you begin to shift. Notice what triggers suspicion. Is it starting a new project? Asking for feedback? Promoting your work? Once you know when imposter syndrome strikes, you can prepare. Reframe thought patterns. Imposter thoughts sound convincing, but they are not facts. When you hear them, pause. Ask, is this 100% true? Most of the time, the answer is no. Then ask, what would I tell a friend in this situation? You'll likely offer them kindness you don't give yourself. Practice reframing. Replace, "I don't deserve this," with "I earned this through effort." Replace, "They'll see I'm a fraud," with "I bring value even when I learn." Over time, these reframed beliefs rewire your thinking. Keep an accomplishment log. Imposter syndrome fades when faced with evidence. Keep a log of wins, big or small. It could be finishing a project, giving a great presentation, receiving positive feedback, or solving a hard problem. Write dates and details. When doubt strikes, read your log. Let it remind you that you have succeeded before, and you will again. Talk about it. Imposter syndrome thrives in isolation. The moment you speak up, you shrink its power. Talk to someone you trust, a friend, mentor, or coach, and share how you feel. You'll realize you're not alone. Many people normalize the experience and gives you perspective. Hearing someone else say they felt the same way reminds you that imposter syndrome is common and survivable. Practice self-compassion. You're not flawed for feeling doubt. You are human. Treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer others. When self-criticism arises, pause. Imagine a caring voice next to you that offers grace, not judgment. Self-compassion doesn't excuse missed goals. It creates space to reflect on what went wrong, learn, and move forward without shame. Setting growth-focused goals. When your mindset is outcome-based, like "I must get this promotion," impacts rise quickly. If it doesn't happen, your worth feels tied to the result. With a growth mindset, you focus on learning, effort, and process. Your goals become, I will ask for feedback, or I will try a new strategy. When learning matters more than outcome, you welcome mistakes as part of the journey, not as proof of failure. Normalize learning curves. Whether mastering a new tool or leading a team, you won't be perfect at first. A learning curve is normal. Instead of judging your early attempts, view them as experiments. You're gathering data. You'll improve. Over time, that data becomes your skill. Remind yourself, first drafts aren't masterpieces. They're starting points. Embrace the beginner phase. At the start of any skill, you're inexperienced. It's okay. In fact, pretending to know everything at the beginning does more harm. Growing requires vulnerability, being willing to say, I'm learning. That honesty improves your relationships and invites support. When you embrace beginner mode, you remove the expectation of perfection. You allow learning to lead. Learn publicly. When you take a risk and share your work publicly, even imperfectly, you break the power of imposter syndrome. Putting your ideas out there shows that you value growth over image. It connects you with those experiencing the same doubts. It proves that progress is more real than perfection. Learning publicly does not mean broadcasting every mistake. It means showing effort, learning, and improvement. That transparency builds authenticity and confidence. Mentorship and support circles. A mentor can help you see your blind spots and guide your growth. They often help reveal the value you bring that you can't see yourself. Surround yourself with people who appreciate your strengths and remind you of them when you forget. Mentor relationships don't need to be formal. It may be someone you admire at work or an online community. The goal is consistent support and perspective. Create a mastery routine. Set aside time each week to strengthen your skills. It might be learning, practicing, or reflecting. Choose topics aligned with your goals. Consistency matters more than duration. Even 30 minutes a week adds up. This routine reminds you that growth is real and continuous, reducing the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Celebrate progress, not perfection. When you finish a project, pat yourself on the back. When you try something new, celebrate the fact that you started. Recognize that growth is a process. No one reaches a goal without effort, mistakes, and learning curves. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.